Do you guys ever just end up with way too many roosters? I don't even know how it happened, guys, but let me go through this real quick with you. We've got way too many roosters. I don't know if you guys remember, if you've been with me for a while, you remember the 5 baby chicks that was raised by our old mama turkey? Well, every one of them have turned out to be roosters, and it just kind of shocked me because I thought 4 of them were hens, but they're not. So these 2 right here, roosters. Of course, that's the rooster. He's been he matured early, so we knew he was a rooster right away. So that, and let's see, there's one back there. That guy's a little rooster. And of course, that one right there is a rooster. And they're all coming into age, and so now we have 5 of those roosters. And then if you look at the little birds, so this is one of our bantam egg layers, or Americanas, I guess they call them. And of course, he's a rooster, as I've seen him do his deed. Anyways, I thought that we'd only have one of them, but lo and behold, this one over here, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that that's another rooster. Look at that guy. Look at his tail feathers. He's just too good looking to be a hen, to be honest with you. But no, they got those 2 right there, 2 roosters. So we got 2 of those little teeny Americana roosters that do the egg layers. So that only leaves us with 4 hens out of that little group that we got. So now I guess that means we have 7 roosters. What in the world are we gonna do? I gotta be honest with you, I kind of like these little guys right here. They're not too bad. They're kind of friendly. Here to check for eggs. Look at this. This is definitely one of the newbies. One of the new ones laid an egg and laid it on top of the roost as but that's okay. These are both from the newbies. So that's cool. I'm not sure which ones. Probably, I'm guessing the Freedom Rangers, because we did keep 2 Freedom Rangers. Anyways, guys, so what's a guy to do? Honestly, I'm probably going to have to butcher them. It's hard to give away roosters, but we got, you know, he kind of looks like the old man rooster we used to have running around, doesn't he? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 roosters. Yeah, I'm right. Okay. So I guess we're gonna have to go through a process of just elimination on which ones we prefer to keep. I'd like to keep them little ones. They're not too big of a bother. And right now I would be leaning towards this one over here with the gold neck. He's a pretty good little rooster. I don't think he's too aggressive with the ladies. But we're gonna see. We're gonna let these guys kind of come into their own here over the next couple weeks and decide what we need to do. But I have a feeling that there's gonna be some rooster stew in our future, to the tune of at least 4, if not 5 of them. So we'll see what happens, guys. But this is one of the things that happens when you do the, I guess it's they call it a straight run. And of course, doing it here on the homestead, where actually our turkey is the one that hatched these chickens out. And of course, you know, you don't have control over the gender of that. And anyways, I'm really surprised though. 5 out of 5 roosters is, I've never had that. That's pretty rare. And kind of unfortunate too at the same time. So I guess we'll be turning them to meat. And boy, they're kind of loud today and a little bit rowdy. Look at this Freedom Ranger. Isn't she a big old beauty? Look at her. We kept 2 of them around just to see what they would be like. And these were the smaller ones, but they've been nice little chickens, I have to say. And they're laying some eggs. I think these are probably their eggs. So they're starting to lay eggs, and hopefully they don't get much bigger. I don't want them to be too awkwardly big, but you know, we may end up hatching some of their eggs out mixed with our barn mix here and see what they turns out. But anyway, wasn't quite intending to make this video, but today I came out here this morning and the one that I thought was the only hen was crowing. So I thought, oh no, they're all roosters. I was like, oh bummer, good grief. But they've all been molting, as you can see. A lot of the older chickens are starting to come back around looking better. And of course the ducks, their feathers are actually coming in nice, getting ready for the winter. And so, as evident with all the feathers laying around everywhere, they've been molting and cleaning up their feathers. So our egg laying has been down a little bit. You guys know that when the chickens go into their molting, when they get rid of the feathers and grow in the new ones, the egg laying tends to drop. And it did. It's dropped 50% maybe, but we got some new ones kicking in, so we got some stuff going on. But a lot of these roosters are getting kind of rowdy and starting to cause more problems, and I think it's also agitating the hens. So, you know, but the turkeys are going after the roosters, which is kind of interesting because they were raised as turkeys. Little side note, guys, here on our 7th October-thon day video. This is the pig pen, and of course I do not have any pigs yet, and unfortunately I haven't found any within reason as far as how far I have to travel to get them. But we're still looking. But we're tossing around the idea of not getting pigs this fall, actually, guys. So a couple reasons. Number one, it's in the wintertime, we, of course, you know, we break ice and things all the time for the pigs, and the pigs dump their pan, and it can be quite hectic in here in the wintertime with the pigs. And although we can handle it, it's been interesting. So we thought about maybe holding off till spring and getting our pigs in the springtime, and then trying to work them through the summer, where we'd have to keep them in water, obviously, for having a little wallow to splash around in and keep cool, maybe some extra shade, but we wouldn't have to deal with the frozen stuff. So that's where we're tossing around, unless I find a good little set of pigs somewhere at a good price close by. But so as I'm walking around this little pig pen, I'm thinking, what can we do this winter that we could utilize it somehow? And of course, we get a different kind of animal, but then you're back in the water problems, except for they don't tend to take off with the water pans and spill the water pans and play in the water pans, you know. And that's the big part with the pigs, is they'll just grab the pan and do whatever they want with it and haul it around and spill it all the time and play in it, make mud, then make ice. So we thought maybe we could switch it up. We tossed around the idea of maybe getting a couple sheep and putting in here. Some lambs, because they would have a nice little lamb shelter when they're young, and as they got bigger, guys, well, they could jump in with the cows and kind of hang out with them and just eat the hay and stuff that they have. Or we could just do nothing and take a winter off from the pigs, leave it dormant, have nothing in here, and that's an option too. We might have to do that, but based on where we can find the animals is the biggest issue. And if we can't find them close enough, you know, I'm not driving several hundred miles to get these little piglets, so we're just gonna have to wait till they're available and go from there. Anyways, back to the chickens. Like I said, we have too many roosters, and over the next couple weeks we'll have to be deciding which ones we want to keep and which ones we want to get rid of. Just a fun little game we like to play here on the homestead every year is which roosters to keep. And if you guys have hatched out your own chickens and got straight run chicks from a store or something, you know the little game. You might end up with one rooster, you might end up with none, you might end up with 7 like we got right now. And so we have got ourselves a little predicament, and we got to figure it out here in the next couple weeks before they start breeding with everybody, because 7 roosters running around attacking all the chickens all the time does not end well. And usually the chickens end up with very little feathers, which is a problem we had earlier in the year with our other roosters, our aggressive roosters that we got rid of. And they were really hammering down on the hens, so we got rid of them, and now we have a new crop. And so we're hoping to really figure out a couple nice little roosters that can stay on the property here for a couple years, protect the hens, not tear them apart, and hopefully just be good little roosters. We like having roosters with our hens. We feel like that they all do better if we got a good rooster, because they help show them where the food's at. They protect them. They kind of keep an eye out on everything. Look at that little rooster over there. He's just looking around, checking everything out. They're always on alert. So they're the ones that kind of warn everybody, alert everybody, and that's just the way it is, and we like to have them. So we're going to figure it out pretty soon, guys. I've been rambling on long enough. Thanks for coming along. We'll see you back out here tomorrow, hopefully on day 8 of our October-thon, and we'll have another little adventure to go on, so we'll see. Have a good one.